Hey everyone, it is the Cauldron Witch here. Today's video, we decided that we wanted to show you guys a little, it's a healing spell, and it includes our featured item of the week this week, which is our penis candles. 7-inch little bad boys going on. We have them posted on our website. They're not on Etsy because we're trying to slowly get off of Etsy, but they are available on our website. And the link to our website is down in the description box down below. So get your guys's 7-inch penis candles. They come in white, red, and black. And in today's video, because we decided to show you more of a healing ritual and a healing spell that you can do with the candles, because when it comes to penis candles, I feel a lot of people look at the cursing aspects, to curse your ex-lover for cheating on you, or to make his, you make his dick go a little real quick, you know what I mean? Or to command it, you know what I mean, so that they don't get hard for anyone else or turned on for anyone else but you know what I mean? Um, but today's video, we decided to take a little lighter spin on things and to show you guys like a healing spell, to help with impotence, to help when potency or the swim count is just not as high as it could be, sexual drive isn't where it used to be, or any like erectile dysfunctions. You know what I mean? As always, though, and I want this to be the first thing we say, is that always consult a medical practitioner. Do not take our advice on anything medical, and definitely don't just focus on one side of the coin when it comes to things like this. Magic is always best paired with science and medicine, and honestly, I think same in return. Science and medicine always pairs well with magic. When you put both of them at use, you're putting in the most effort to help bring on a change. You know what I mean? When it comes to medical purposes and reasons. So, as always, please consult a doctor about anything that's going on with you if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. But as for the magical side of things, this is just a little spell to show you something that you can do. All of the ingredients that are picked out for this spell have some type of potence, booster, or sexual aphrodisiac type of energy. You know what I mean? And the point of this spell is to kind of give the platter like a little bed, if you will, of just potent energy that can be fed into, and the energy can be all fed and amplified and enchanted into the penis that you are going to, connect to this candle. You know what I mean? Tag locks for this, always a great thing. Not necessary. You can always just carve the name of the person into the candle. Um, but so let me just go over the ingredients with you guys. Okay, so for today's video and today's spell, we are going to be working with as our base oil for anointing olive oil, because olive oil is extremely potent and used to increase men's potency, sexual drive, um, the fertility aspect. We will have. Ooh, I dropped one. I dropped one. We have 3 oak leaves because oak is one of the strongest and hardest types of trees, one of the most potent types of trees out there. And oak is of a masculine type of energy. So this is when we're focusing on men. You can do the same spell in return for women with different ingredients and different, figures. If you're lucky enough to have a vagina mold candle, use that instead of a penis, or a female figure candle, which we also sell. Um, Anything like that, or a poppet, whatever the case. So, but get yourself that. Now, we have specifically red sandalwood. We're going to be using some ground up coffee. This is literally just some Maxwell House coffee, Colombian. Um, we have something I feel like not a lot of people use, or not that I see a lot of people use, is different types of resins, and this one is being pine resin. Okay. And now, for those who don't know, the pine resins, the sap coming out of trees. Look up what that is. And you got the apples because the seeds of the apples is what we're really aiming for with this. But apples in general will also help. But we do have two apple seeds over there that we're going to be using. Dragon's blood, if I can hold the package. Dragon's blood we will be using along with roses. Okay, so that is what that's our ingredients. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is, minus cleanse your space, enchant your space, and link your figure, whether it is a candle, a puppet, whatever the case, to your intended target. Then after that, you're going to want to anoint it with olive oil. Now, with a spell like this, it's best for the caster to try, and this sounds weird, but it is all magic and energy. But for the caster to kind of get turned on a little bit by the spell work that you're doing, that way that energy can be infused and enchanted into the candle. So as you get turned on, so too does the candle. You understand what I'm saying? Um, I will put that straight up out there where I'm not actually casting the spell for anyone in particular. I'm just showing you guys a little how to, so I don't got to do all that. But I will anoint the candle just for you guys because rolling it in some of these ingredients is also part of the spell, and I gotta anoint it with some oil if I want anything to stick to it. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so once you have the candle anointed, this is the time to gather your ingredients for your mortar and pestle because for the more powderized ingredients, for example, like your rosebuds or your roses, if you can get them into like a good almost powder like substance, the pine resin, um, for me is incredibly easy to crush up into a powder. So pine resin, I already have red sandalwood powder, stuff like that. You can roll onto the candle, but stuff like the oak leaves, the apples, that doesn't need to be on the candle because even though we are going to be anointing and dressing the candle, we're also going to still have things on the platter itself. So don't really worry too much about getting everything on the candle. Funny tidbit too, if you are using the same ingredients as me, the powder at the end of everything should be red or, yeah, no, it's more red than anything, like a pinkish red, okay? Something that symbolizes and can represent the blood vessels within, you know what I mean? To get them pumping, to get them flowing. You can use stuff like cayenne pepper if you wish, anything hot and spicy to kind of get things going, you know what I mean? Uh, use what you will. Ingredients are up to the witch. As long as the intention and the magic is all there, that's all the spell really is here for. So, from this point, right, now that you have the candle dressed, inscribed, enchanted, whatever, you're going to take some apples. We're going to just put them around the candle like so. You're going to take the seeds. There's another one somewhere. Okay, so 1, 2. We got the two seeds here. I don't know if you can see them. I'm going to put one here on that side of the candle and one here on that side of the candle. Okay, because the seeds, that's what holds, potency, the power, fertility, that's what renews and creates. So putting that around the penis. Um, and what you're gonna do is literally take all of the ingredients here that you also crushed up and kind of do the same thing. But you and also so I wonder how many of you will believe that I filmed the rest of this video with a microphone that was not turned on. That's classic me, right? So okay. I left off with telling you guys to use like your oak leaves and your whole ingredients and kind of to place them around the candle. Um, and to take all of your ingredients that you use, even like the ones that you crushed up, you can either take it from the remainder of your crushed up powder and sprinkle it around the candle, or just take those whole ingredients as well and put them around the candle. Like I have some of the rosebuds, pine resin, dragon's blood, coffee, all like on its own around the candle. along with what is on the platter from the powder, from dressing the candle. And this is also a time where you can use the powder for to burn any type of incense or whatever you'd like. You can sprinkle it into the flame to feed the flame and to feed the magic, kind of like so, right here. You know, that just adds power, adds more energy to your spell, a little boost of what you're doing, for that energy that you're enchanting and manipulating, and just give it a little jam, a little extra strength. But yeah, so from what I was trying to tell you guys is just add the rest of your ingredients to around the candle. You can kind of do it in a circular motion if you want, a clockwise motion. Um, you can have a picture of the target tied to the candle on the bottom of the candle. If not, just like I said, inscribe their name, birthday, essence, whatever you want, however you do things, however you um, basically create a tag lock without having a physical item of the person. But yeah, you can also, with that being said, use their blood, use their semen, use their hair, whatever, and add it to the candle, add it to the ingredients, to link the spell and all the energy that you're enchanting and directing to the target. Excuse me. So from here, honestly, the most important thing is to enchant and sit there, mentally meditate and focus on exactly your intention and directing the energy to your target. Um, all of this energy that is on the platter, the platter at this point should be vibrating with energy, right? And especially with energy that now that has been enchanted and attuned to your intentions, when you light the candle like a moth to a flame, that all that energy starts being absorbed and drawn right to the candle, right to the target. So once you've done that and you have completely uh lit the candle, enchanted everything, and now you're just mentally directing and focusing more on your spell, you, like I said, you can have your incense burning if you want. I had an aphrodisiac incense burning um while doing this spell that I got from Rowan. You can take like a bundle of bay leaves, because bay leaves help with manifesting your intentions, your desires, your wishes, and just enchant. Let that smoke around. Um, but from that, add as much energy that you possibly can. The energy you put out is the energy that you will receive back to you, and it'll be your manifestation. So definitely sit there, focus, visualize, and enchant as long as you can, as much as you can. More energy you put in, more energy you're going to get out, and you can let this go for over a course of series of days. You can let this be a one and done. Depends on how you want to do it and how much time and energy in a single moment you have to lend to the spell. But other than that, that is the spell to help kind of either help someone's sex drive, help someone's erectile dysfunction, anything like that. So this is more of a healing spell. We used a white candle for this to help cleanse the person and the person's appendage of anything that's no longer serving them or literally and spiritually weighing them down. And from there, that's your spell. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you guys do end up casting the spell, how everything goes and how everything went. And once again, please always consult a medical practitioner for anything medically that's going on. Always pair things with magic, but never neglect. You know what I mean? Don't ever neglect the medical side, please. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a little like, a little comment down below if you guys did, or little spins that you would do or that you've have done if you needed to cast a spell that's helped work. Um, Leave it in the comments down below so we can all learn and gain from each other and keep us in the community and keep us active. Um, but yeah, so until the next video, guys, mind you, before I hop off, I did want to bring up one more time that you can get our candles on our website in the description link down below. We also have like love mixtures that would also help with um, sexual drive, to help spice romance up a little bit more. So male figures, female candles, all of that are in the shop down below. So go check them out. And until next time, we'll see you guys. Bye.